source, help me tonight, had to be tried in a certain area in order to transfer the wisdom on how to get through the area. We must understand that God purposed it to be. That you would be connected to one that can transfer to you the right information to understand it's his will that's being accomplished and not your own works. Which means when, Sister Sylvanese, you're still looking at your qualifications or lack thereof, God is saying, what did the transfer say?
Listen.
Timothy, who was timid, his name even means timid, who was afraid going into this walk, Paul says, Timothy, I need you to catch something in chapter 1. I need you to catch this. God hadn't given you that spirit.
Yeah.
So in order for you to be successful, you got to get out of what you got yourself in.
Wow.
And the only way you're going to get out is by sitting under the tutelage. So much so, this lets me know that Timothy received the tutelage, because in the 2nd chapter, he says, now Timothy, the very thing that you learned and the things you've seen and you've heard from me, take that and give it to other men.
You got it. You got it.
So that's why they're going to ask you if you're a preacher. That's why they're going to ask you, well, what church you go to? Because it's information that you're receiving that's designed to be given to others, catch this, who are ready to receive. That's Everybody isn't ready for a charismatic move of God.
That's right.
A lot of folk are just satisfied with being pew warmers with 3 points, a hoop, and a holler.
Wait on, Pastor.
They good with that. That's me. I'm in my space. You know, they're cool with pyrotechnic shows and split screens. And that's their piece. That's my jam right there. They're cool with lights out worship moments and video conferencing messages. That's their piece right there. Not everybody is really interested in hearing what the authentic word of God is that he's saying now. They okay with what he said 2,000 years ago, which is why they always take you back to the cross.
Teaching.
Yes.
Okay, so you talk about if God is he doesn't give you more than what right out to the truth or whatever. So if you feel like it's from God, but you're a busybody, and everything is for you, I guess that's when the pressure comes.
And that goes back to the key we're trying to teach tonight about having that sound mind. That sound mind is stable, which means even in my busybodiness, there should be some progression for me to get out of being that. But even while I'm there in the midst of that pressure, I should still be able to be in tune enough to know whether this is God or my nature. Yes. Yes.
Doesn't mean that you won't have a lot of things that you can do, but they all have a specific purpose.
They have purpose.
They all be driven on their own individual paths or one specific path.
It would be a collective move. Yes.
Yeah, I think what happens, we're struggling a lot of times, probably too much. We even have a shepherd that has opened the door that we can even reach out to. That if you feel like it's more than what you should be doing, whatever it may be, if the pastor's going to open the door, you use the phone, whatever you need to do, and reach out, and you'll get the guidance you need through Jesus Christ.
It'll happen. Because God wouldn't have let you be my member if he didn't have wisdom for you in my mouth. You wouldn't be a member. You'd be a good visitor. A good one too. Yes.
I really can see kind of where Deaconess Faulkner is going. You know, when you are somewhat of a multitasker, you can, find yourself doing quite a bit of things, at a time, and God even allows you to do them well for a season of time.
Yes.
But it can't be sustained over time.
That's a good point.
And the confidence piece, and to your point that now a sound mind is designed to create confidence in my life. Sometimes we get caught up in the multitasking
Yes.
and all of that, looking and searching for ways of validation.
Yes.
So when you get to the point where you're allowing God to really develop the sound mind, you don't need to multitask to feel validated. You go straight to you asking Him to take you straight to what He needs you to do in that moment, and that's good enough.
Now, yes, but you said something that made me want to jump across these seats. I don't know what I was going to do when I got to you, but I want to jump across the seat. You said for a season. Now, oh God, that was so impactful. Everything you said was right on point. That phrase for a season is the thing I want to really bring out about. That's how you know you got a sound mind. When the season is up, you don't have a problem stopping.
Yeah.
Okay. So there will be. Okay, I'll talk about your pastor. There will be seasons in life where you're going to have to multitask because of the call and the assignment. But there has to also be a soundness with that when the assignment has been completed, you got to let it go. So I told my wife, because Monday normally, which it probably hasn't happened since I started church, but Monday normally is my day that I'm supposed to not do anything. That's supposed to be I'm going to just be off and be rejuvenated and let God minister to me in my own way. Well, that doesn't normally happen. So anyway, I told my wife, I said, well, I already know I'm 7 on until we get in this building. I already know it. That's just where we are, period. Nobody can tell me anything to change my thoughts concerning that because I understand what the responsibility is. This is the point I'm making. I also get that when the building is done, don't call me on Monday. Y'all ain't caught it. You ain't caught it. So I'm going to say it again. Even so much so that I got office hours. That's on the door. I got office hours, Brett Evans, on the door. Already. And if anybody had issues with that, y'all need to talk to Sister Evans about it. Y'all will catch that one next week. Okay. So Sister Evans, when we were going through trying to get some stuff, she said, well, Pastor, what you doing? What you want on the door? I said, well, I don't know. She was like, well, what about, having your service, your time, your office hours? I said, oh, my office hours. You hit one. And you're going to see that it's going to say Tuesday to Friday. Yeah. So don't even look for me there on Monday. Right. Don't even look for me. Even if you call me, I might not answer the phone. I still love you, but you're going to talk to the voicemail that day. And it's okay.
It's fine.
And you got to call multiple times, and I realize it's a real problem. But this is the other truth, because everybody's so nosy and all over the place, I'm going to find out anyway that it was a problem if I don't answer the phone. Because I get 38 other messages. Pastor, did you know Russ Dukes failed? Russ Dukes is all right. He ain't even fall. Russ Dukes ain't going to fall. Okay. You got to stop being mean at Russ Dukes. Yes, sir.
So this kind of goes to last week when Brother Black was talking about sacrificing, and then kind of earlier when he was talking about the weight.
Yeah.
Where, we people get an idea of who we are before we're saved, and then we think, well, that's me.
Right. That's
and
good.
so you think that because I was a busybody before, that's the function that God wants me to be, a busybody in the spirit or what have you.
Right.
So then you got to sacrifice by saying, okay, well, maybe he doesn't want me. Maybe he just wants me to sit down.
Yes.
Maybe that's the sacrifice I have to make.
Yes.
And then the weight that I have to drop is that busybody label.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, so then we also got to look at, are we applying the teaching that we're learning, about being indecent and in order and, praying and going to the Lord and all of those things that you are supposed to do before you hear from the Lord.
Yes.
And then when you hear, then you'll know that I'm hearing as opposed to I'm saying.
Yes. Excellent, Kanye. That was fantastic. You on target all the way. Absolutely. When I spend that time in prayer and I'm communicating with the Father, there should be an exchange, or there will be an exchange, so that I know what I've been praying. The answer is yes or no. I'll get that when I'm spending time. You absolutely right on target. Right on top. So sound mind creates confidence. It helps me better identify that things happen according to God's will and not my own. It causes me literally to control myself. Now we said the word sound mind meant self-control. So when I got it, what it causes me to do is control myself. What does control myself look like? It looks just like that. I control myself. I don't try to control Deaconess Foster this week. I control myself. I don't try to control my friend this week. I control myself. Now, how do I control myself? I learn how to put my seatbelt on.
Wow.
That's good.
Strap myself into this chair. And I'm sitting down.
Amen.
That's control. Self-control. I sit down and I put my own seatbelt on. And this is what I found. Like even with children, okay? So when kids, first get in the car seat, Sister Anthony, you got to put them in and you got to strap them in and lock them and all these great things. But as they grow, you find they learn how to strap themselves in.
In the chair.
They don't need to be picked up anymore and put in the chair.
All in there.
They know where their chair is, even if it's not in the same spot it was before they got out of the car. Mia, she, that's her thing. No, this is not my chair. Yeah, this isn't my chair. So she goes to her chair. She sits down. She'll strap herself in, and she says, "Good job."
Wow.
So catch this.
That's good teaching. Yeah.
She understands that self-control, when it's been achieved, should be commended.
Go ahead, sir. That's good.
That when I can look back over my day, Sister Bree, and point out for 20 minutes, I actually strapped myself in. I need to start telling myself, "Good job."
That's all right. That's all right. That's good.
That's good.
That's all right.
That I didn't waste my lunch break on Facebook.
Amen.
Good job.
Good job.
Yeah.
Good job.
Great job.
Yeah, I didn't get in somebody else's business today. Good job. I wasn't involved in gossip today. Good job.
That's all right.
I wasn't drawn to the juice today. Good job. What's the juice, Pastor? You got to know everything. You know what gets me? This what gets me. How many y'all tell the truth? You in church. Should have lied noise, but y'all tell the truth. Y'all tell the truth. I want to see by show of hands who heard about Matt Lauer today.
I did. Yeah. I don't know what to say.
Thank you for that. Now, if today was a regular day and he ain't sexually harassed nobody, how many of y'all, honestly, I still want to see your hand, would have been concerned about Matt Lauer?
I didn't.
Just one person.
Concerned or watch it?
Like
Concern.
I mean, I can go with that watching it. That's good. That's good. Yeah, because you probably have to watch it to know anyway. Okay, that's good. Hey. So the point I'm making, the point I'm making is that stuff drives us, especially. And I'm just talking truth. This isn't libel, whatever it's called. This isn't defamation of character or anything. But especially when you got a nutty president. You get involved in the juice because you wake up now. What is this guy gonna tweet today?
Lord have mercy.
You wake up now. What is this? What is he gonna get involved in today? Because what's happened is we're drawn to the juice. We got to be in the know. We got to know what's going on. Oh God, I'm like, let's know about something of some importance.
Jesus, yes sir.
Let's let that be our draw. We looking at the news so we can gossip. Girl, somebody got shot yesterday. Did you pray for him first before you said it? No. Okay, I'm sound mind. A sound mind gives us confidence. It causes us to be able to control ourselves. Meaning, I know how to move out of my own way. Because a lot of the times, what's hindering us from going forward is we in our own way. We tripping ourselves up. We stumbling over the same weight because we don't want to let go of something that happened before we got married. Help me today, Jesus. We don't want to let go of something. Oh, no, you don't understand, Pastor. You know, she did me wrong. Yeah, well, why you married? You're married now. Deal with it. You trapped. I love you. You stuck. You stuck. You can't get away.
Got him.
Got him? Yeah, walk like that. You can't get away. He should have done all the research he needed to do before he said I do to the red one over there.
Got him.
He should have polled her family. He should have had survey questions. He should have done something. But after that, I do. And then they talk about, well, Pastor, you know, she used to say this. It don't matter. Y'all married. You're locked in. Ain't no need. I wish Evans would come to me and say, well, you know, Sugar did this to me 30 years ago. Man, please. Y'all married. Deal with it.
What she's saying now is, I got you.
I got you. That's really what happened. You say I do is I got you.
Yeah. Literally.
Hallelujah. But we ain't got to go and dig up old stuff. You're going to dig up old stuff, you never should have got married. But Pastor, everybody don't do that. Yeah, that's why they're not all members of my church. That's what I teach, Shell. If you still want to go back 6 years ago to something that Sister Shell did, said, or didn't do, I'm going to tell you, suck it up. You shouldn't have married her. That's my counsel right there. So anybody that say they want to come to our marriage counseling, you're getting a free session tonight. Suck it up.
Wow.
You married. Y'all just make it happen. Make it work. Pastor will know how. We'll wrestle each other till you find out. That's a sound mind, those students. Because a sound mind doesn't let me go back to foolishness. I'm looking forward in this thing. I ain't going back. And the reason we go back is because we still in our feelings. The minute we go back is when we get our feelings hurt. The feelings get hurt, you remember everything. You got to remember like an elephant, didn't you? You can't remember what you had for lunch today. But let your feelings get hurt. You remember what y'all, remember you ain't opened the door for me on our first day. What are we talking about here? My mind is supposed to be sound, stable. I'm going to challenge us on something. I have to go here because Lord just told me. So I'm going to go here. Every time I want y'all to do, now I like this one movie. I'm going to finish this next week. You close your mouth. I like this one movie. We every year, my family, we go see a movie on Christmas. So we went to see this movie a couple of years ago because it's so hard to find good movies now. But we went to see this movie a couple of years ago called Parental Guidance. And in that movie, I still like the movie, but in that movie, it was a principle, and the Lord just reminded me of this, and I want us to try this. That every time, Minister Black, I want you to hear this. Yes, every time one of the kids would say something negative to their peer, their sibling, they would have to say 3 positive things behind it.
Oh, wow. Oh, that's good.
I'm challenging everybody in here. Specifically if you're married. So when you want to have these tater-tays, and y'all still saying your mamas, after you finish your mama, you need to say your mama is beautiful. She made a beautiful daughter, and I like your hair. Amen. I need 3 put-ups for every put-down.
That sounds good.
So do it.
It'll keep you from getting the put-downs off. Yeah.
Say it loud, Black.
It'll keep you from getting those put-downs.
It'll stop you from having to give put-downs. Because you ain't going to keep feeling like trying to think of 3 positives. We'll catch that one next week. And it can't be the same 3 every time. So when we start implementing these things, you know what that's doing? Even though it's funny, and I really want y'all to do it, but what it's doing is it's forcing my mind to be sound.
It is.
Because now it's causing me to not look at the craziness about my partner, but I'm finding the good. I'm finding the stability. So when she get on your nerves or whatever, you got, you know what, but you make the bomb turkey wings. You do, First Lady. You make the bomb turkey wings. First Lady make the best turkey wings out of on something tonight. I hadn't thought about that. Anyway, okay, so we gonna finish that off next week. I'm gonna get into sound words and perfect soundness. That's gonna be kind of how I encapsulate that next week. So that was it. Come on, put your hand together.